minutes.
As we continue to reopen places are putting in proactive measures to try and give advance warning of COVID. Good evening, I'm Angela Taylor.
I'm Rod Carter, glad you could join us tonight. One way that they're doing that is through automated fever scanning. It is something that our consumer investigator Steve Sbraccia found could be part of our new normal going forward.
When the pandemic first began to rage, people in offices or airports had to get their temperature checked with a device like this. They were looking for fever, which is an early sign of COVID-19. But the problem is, devices like this can be fooled.
If someone were to go to an airport and ice down their forehead, you could fool a handheld device with that.
Enter Thermal Pass. This $7,000 device takes up to 1,200 temperature readings a second from 24 sensors to see if someone has a fever.
This filters out people before you who might have a temperature for whatever reason.
Iredell Stateville schools purchased several of these units. I wanted to know if they detected sick students. The school spokeswoman told me it found several students with elevated temperatures who were sent home, but we don't know if they actually had COVID. The units also detected a number of false positives, including students with a hot cup of coffee, a bag of hot fast food burgers, and several who'd been outside in the hot sun. Those students were pulled aside and had their temperatures retaken with a thermometer.
It's no longer okay to walk into a school or walk into a place of business or a theater or wherever, a sporting event, with a low-grade fever.
Since that device already screens for temperatures, could it be used for other things like metal detecting? The company says that's coming.
Can you retrofit any unit that's already been sold to metal detection, or will you require a new unit?
In either case, there's some that will be retrofitted, and in ones that couldn't, we'd swap it in and out.
Because of the way COVID affected our society, it's a good bet that health monitoring procedures will be in effect for the next 5 to 10 years, the same way that 9/11 security precautions are still with us decades after those terrorist attacks. Working for you, I'm consumer investigator Steve Sbraccia.